Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Bo, and I recently got accepted to get my bariatric surgery. I have been wanting to get to surgery my entire life. I am now 33. I've been fat since I was a kid, and I mean, a lot of the reasons why I'm fat is because of my upbringing and because of the habits that I formed with eating, how I eat, and all that stuff. But basically, growing up, I come from like a very poor household, and my mom had over 12 kids. Well, there was 12 of us, and so basically, back in the 90s, if you were poor like me, you would know a lot about those 10-cent cheeseburgers or those 25-cent cheeseburgers back in the day, where used to McDonald's used to give you like 25-cent cheeseburgers every Wednesday. And so my mom would go in there and she would try to buy like 300. I'm not even joking. And then like the people would say, no, there's a limit, you can only have 40. And then what my mom would do is she would send every single one of us to go and buy like the limit. So every one of us got in line, and then she would go into the drive-thru and like buy 40. And so this is just one of the many examples of how of how I formed my relationship with food. There wasn't any food all the time, so whenever there was food, we would all fight, and we would hoard the food and keep it hidden, and we were just constantly eating all the time, because we weren't sure when the next meal would come. And so, because we were eating for survival, we never. And now that I've grown into my adulthood, food is not as scarce as it used to be, but I still brought that relationship with food to me as an adult, and that's why I had to see a therapist. I had to go on a weight loss diet, or whatever, in order to be seen by a bariatric surgeon. They had to make sure that I was at least 6 months in a weight loss program, and I've been in a lot of weight loss programs. I've lost weight many times, I've gained it many times. As a matter of fact, I am a veteran. I'm an Army veteran. I was in the infantry for 4 years. I managed to keep the weight off for 4 years, but then at the last year, I started to gain it back. But at that point, I was already getting out of the Army, so it didn't really matter or whatever. So anyway, the process to get the bariatric surgery goes this way. First, you have to go to a weight loss program. I did mine through the VA. It's called the MOVE program. But the VA MOVE program, they were making it really hard for me to get the bariatric surgery. They wanted me to fill out a packet. They were wanting me to do all these things that I was just like, I don't want to do it. But I mean, if you're in the MOVE program, and if the VA is your only hope, then I would suggest that you do the packet, you show up to your things. And the thing is that at the time when I was doing the MOVE program, I was in school, or I was in undergraduate school, and I was double majoring, and so a lot of my time was being put in school, and I didn't have time for a packet that was so demanding of my time. So what I decided to do is I just went through my school's insurance company, and my school's insurance company only required me to bring over information from my previous weight loss programs, and they wanted to know that I was actively engaging in exercise, and it wasn't so demanding. But They also required you to go see a therapist, and well, it's not a long-term thing. They just want you to set up an interview with a therapist, and you guys will have like a 1 hour conversation. The therapist will ask you if you have any traumas, if you're addicted to any alcohol, like, he'll ask you if you're scared of the surgery, all these other things. And ultimately, she asked me if I think that I was ready to undergo surgery. And I'm gonna be honest, I as much as I wanted to answer truthfully, a lot of times I found myself giving her the answer that I thought that she would need in order to get me through, and that's what I did. A lot of people on the internet, I see that they're like, well, don't lie to them, tell them the truth. But what if I slip up and say, well, oh my God, yeah, I used to like drink a lot? Then she's gonna be like, stamp me with the red stamp. No, you're not gonna get through, bitch. And then at that point, I'd just be a fat bitch looking like a waterbed, waiting for a surgery to happen. This is something that I've been waiting for a long time, and I was not about to shoot myself in the fucking foot. Hell no. So exactly what I did was what I chose to do. You could go about it differently. You could tell the truth. But anyway, yeah, I got my surgery date, and my surgery is actually in 10 days. And so I'd been eating normally. I've been eating normally. Like, I've just been having like large portions of food normally for the entire time that I was waiting for the surgery to happen up until now. And then I recently started on an all liquid diet. It's not hard for me because as somebody who is always water fasting, I sometimes water fast, not all the time, but like there's times when I water fast. I tend to like drink water. For nothing. I tend to drink nothing but water. I don't eat any solid foods for like about like a 10-day period, and I've done that when I was in the army. In order for me to keep my weight below, to keep my weight in standards, I would always water fast. So I'm not like, this isn't something that I'm like not used to. This is something that I've done before and that I'm confident that I can do. So as soon as I started my water fast, I went to Jamba Juice, which is like, it's not a water fast, it's a liquid diet. When I started my liquid diet, I went to Jamba Juice. They told me specifically not to go to Jamba Juice, but I went to Jamba Juice on the first day of the liquid diet. But the first day of my liquid diet was not within the 14-day window that I was supposed to be doing the liquid diet. So me going to Jamba Juice and like getting my body used to nothing but liquids, that was just kind of like a trial run. And then the next day, I would 100% commit to nothing but clear liquids and the protein shake. So that's what I did. I did nothing but protein shakes and liquids. Today, I'm on day 3. And day 1, Jamba Juice, cool. Wait, that's actually day 0. And then day 1, I had nothing but like clear liquids, some Jello and water, and that was fine. Day 2, same thing, everything was fine. Day 3, let me tell you, I started to get a massive headache. I had a massive headache. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't read. I couldn't write. I just wanted to be in bed. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was angry. I was hangry. And now going on day 4, I feel fine. There's actually like this sense of euphoria that you get when you're like, when your body is kind of leaving this carb-centric lifestyle. So your body starts to feel beautiful, light, and you start feeling euphoric and stuff. But this This part of the water fast, I know for a fact, is short-lived. Tomorrow I'm gonna go back to feeling bad, and it's like when you're doing liquid diets, there's like a cycle of feeling at the height of whatever. Like you just feel great about yourself, and then you go back to cycling through, and then feeling bad, getting a headache, and then coming back, and then this is only gonna last for another couple of days until after I get my surgery. So I have not gotten my surgery yet. I'm a little bit scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. Ooh. I'm a little bit scared. I am a little bit scared about having a surgery, especially because during the time that I've gained all this weight, I've actually developed asthma. And I don't think that I have sleep apnea, but I probably do because I've never actually been diagnosed. But I know that I have trouble sleeping. When I go to sleep, I wake up feeling that I have not gotten enough sleep. And that's one of the hallmarks of having sleep apnea. So hopefully after the surgery, that'll go away. And then being as fat as I am, I haven't really been able to walk around a lot or do the things I want. I'm actually at the cusp of 300 and 400 pounds. Like I'm at that stage where it just fluctuates, and I'm not proud to have gotten to this point. I actually am embarrassed, to be honest, and a part of me does not believe that I'm actually doing this and putting this online, but it helps to help. It helps to help, and I've actually seen a lot of people do their bariatric surgery testimonials and stuff, and I wanted to do mine. I wanted to be part of the vast library of YouTube bariatrics. Team Bariatric, hey bitch. No, but for real, like I'm just happy to have actually gone through this, to be going through the surgery and taking my life back. And you know what? I think a lot of I'm an emotional eater, and a lot of the food that I've been eating, I'm an emotional eater. So like the way that I eat, how I eat, all that stuff, like it stems from like stress. I'm a stress eater. I'm always stressed. Stress from school, stress from being in the army, stress. And so like all that stress that's been pent up from like putting myself through all these things that like are outside of my comfort zone, like eating. I came back to eating. Look, I'm from a fucking first generation family where I have no resources. I have no money. You know, everybody in my family is poor. I'm like the only one in my family right now who's trying to go to school, went to the military. Well, no, I'm the second one to go to the military, but like there's like I'm the first one to go to school. I'm the first one to go to an Ivy. So I feel like I am the shit, but I also do feel like shit because of it. And so now grad school, like that's kicking my fucking ass too. So hopefully by the time you're watching this, I would have already gone through my surgery and I would have already lost all this weight, because I hate being a fucking waterbed. And whenever I waddle around and I can't even make it, well, you know what though, that's the thing. I'm not very active. I'm sedentary for the most part, but I do own a bike, Peloton, that I do use like for an hour a day. I just get on it and watch TV while I'm on it. But still, like, I want to get to the point where I could just go for a walk and go hiking like I used to when I was in the military. And when I was in the military and I was in the infantry, I would actually be walking up to 25 miles a day. And that's because of That's because when you're in the infantry, they fucking make sure that they fucking break you, and that's what happened to me. Well, anyway, so to recap what I've said today, um, the bariatric surgery, the process to getting a bariatric surgery approved is to get into the weight loss program, preferably one that promises you a bariatric surgery at the end. There's a lot of programs like that out there, so it's not going to be hard to find. And then after that, you go see a therapist, and then they'll do like a mental evaluation, and then all you got to do is make sure not to tell them something that could be damaging or can get in the way of your surgery. But if you really do feel that you're not ready to take the surgery, then you probably should wait a little bit longer and go see a therapist to help you with whatever is bothering you or whatever is getting in the way of your progress. Not only with weight, but like just life in general. And then number 3, you set up your surgery, and you go into like a diet, and then you go into a liquid diet, which at the maximum I've only seen 2 weeks. So it's only going to be 2 weeks. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. And yes, there's like a little stain right here because I've been drinking nothing but shakes. I've been drinking nothing but these Premier protein shakes and water, and so these Premier protein shakes. Wait, why is that backward? But this isn't backward. This is my left hand. Alright, so yeah, these Premier protein shakes, I've been drinking 3 a day, and then spaced out between nothing but water in between. Nothing but water in between, and I've been drinking 3 of these per day, and nothing but water in between. And Gatorade, sugar-free. So I haven't really found like online meal plan. Like, there isn't like a schedule of when to drink these and when to drink the water. But I've heard that people are doing up to 5 of these a day. But I'm only doing 3. And I'm like really big, so if I could do 3, maybe you could do 3 too. But if you think you need more, then you need more. Then you need more. Then I'm gonna end this, okay? Because I have stuff to do. I have a lot of work to do. Fuck.